She then asked me, "Were you born in this country?" And I was immediately offended. And I said, "Yeah, I was born in this country." And then she says, "Do you have any kids?" And I win Miss District of Columbia, USA. And 6 months after that, in June of 2016, I become the first soldier to win Miss USA. At times, our purpose drops in our laps as if the heavens threw it by accident. I ask only one thing of you all today after you leave this building. Do not fear failure, but please be terrified of regret. Giving up is the birth of regret. After you walk out this door, you will receive 100 doors shut, slam in your face. You will have 100 moments that will be filled with someone telling you no, or telling you, "Thank you for your application, but we regret to inform you that we've chosen a different candidate for this job." You will sit in 100 different interviews and you will not get the job. The reality of life is that we will all hear more no's than we hear yeses. And we will fail a lot, and I mean a whole lot. But what I ask of you today is to not take no for an answer. Don't be afraid of no's. Be afraid of the possibility of a yes that you have prematurely destroyed because you decided to quit before the clock strikes 12. I love a good no. Please tell me no. Telling me no is like adding fuel to a fire that is now set ablaze because of your single no. So today I challenge you to fight, to work, to not stop here, to believe so heavily in your aspirations that you too will not fear the word no, but instead you will choose to welcome it.
Thank you so much for the powerful speech you just watched right now. That is the African spirit we have. That's African spirit. Africa, there's a way of not giving up, of being an African, being a black person. You know, this lady, no matter how much you fail, no matter how much they discriminate you, no matter how much they look down on you, don't you ever give a space to give up. It's okay to try your best and fail, but at least you tried. But you can't win, you can't fail without trying anything. Because in right now, Americans, let me base on black Americans, the FBS, they are denying of them being Africans. But we are black people from Africa. We're not giving up on them, right? We're not trying to troll them or something. We're not trying to fight them. We're not trying to make them understand us. We're not trying to make them become African Americans. We're not trying to them to believe in Africa. We're just trying to make sure that they know their roots. They know where they belong. We know where it all began. All right? So we as Africans who are living in Africa, we are preaching a word of affirmation that we come back home, we build home, come back. Somebody said that that we come from Africa as immigrants. We go in America, we take their dollars. I'm like, wait a minute. We take their dollars, we come back to build Africa. How about this? You take the money and come build Africa for your own self, for your own sake. Listen to me very careful, black people from America and the FBS, the African American and everything. Africa, I'm not asking you or begging you to come to Africa. We just want you to know where it all began, where you are supposed to come, where you came from, where this whole thing came from. Because the world has already been cooked. The world has been cooked. Now, in America, you find that a lot of people have been, they don't get that peace of living in a country by nobody sees you as a person. And I'm happy that some of you are now being okay that Africa, whenever you go in Africa, why do you think people do cry at the airport? Why do people cry after seeing the people in Africa? The joy, the happiness. I was thinking of one thing as a person in this life. Black people are the people who cries a lot. Black people are the one who cries. They cry at everything. They cry on being sad, they cry on being happy, they cry on being grateful, they cry on appreciating something, they cry on just from the tears come from random tears from nowhere. We cry. Why do we cry? Somebody asked me, why do people think that black people do cry? I told them the one thing. We do cry to let out the burden, to let out the struggle, to let out the hardship we're having in our hearts. Let things out. You become free when you cry. Anybody will tell you, whenever somebody is so mad at something, whenever they cry, they let the burdens outside. The tears come with the burden. When somebody cries, the heart feels like they are speaking. I told you, black people they have supernatural powers. Somebody can cry at the airport, and I know that somebody from another country, maybe from America or from Canada, from UK, from anywhere in the world, they'll be like, why is they crying? Why are they crying? Why are they even crying at the airport? But a black person can tell why he or she is crying. Why is he crying? They can tell from the looking at them. They are black person. They know that someone is crying for this. I know why they are crying. Without them telling them that this is why I am crying. So black people, they know how to communicate. I'm not trying to talk to somebody to communicate, but I'm on my own. But somebody somewhere can see me and can just tell that I know why I'm crying. They can tell why I'm crying. That means speaking anywhere to them. Because we can relate how we feel. That's how powerful you are. You can learn from somebody and know what they are facing without them talking to you. And imagine they're just on their own. But anybody else who can't tell this, can't let this, will be like, what's happening? You're like, what's happening? So we are not giving up on black people from America, black American, the FBS. We're not giving up on you. We are family. We are brothers. We are just born to be together. You build the Pan-Africanism path of being a Pan-African. The target was to unite all the black people, all the Africans. So we are not here to ask you to be Africans. No. You can stay in America. That's fine. Somebody was born in America and they come back to Africa and they are like, I've been born in the USA, but this is home. Africa is home. That's all you should do. Accept where people came from. Not because you have been born in the US, you are now supposed to be an American. No, you can be American, but you can be an African American if you want to be. Nobody's forcing you. Nobody's forcing you to be an African. We're just preaching a message of togetherness, Pan-Africanism. That is it. Being an African, just choosing your home over something else. Don't be like the white people. They choose somebody else over their own interest. Can you imagine? Don't choose some place over your own home. East or west home is the best. East or west home will win. The motherland, Africa. So don't be like the white people. They choose Trump over their own interest because then the Trump was going to deport the farmers that help us in the farm. But they still went ahead and vote for him. After them being all that Trump will deport anybody in this country that are not supposed to be in this country, that document, and the immigrants, they will leave the country. Where will we get the farmers? Where will we get the labor in their farms? But they still and vote because they're choosing their own skin color over their own interest. That's terrible. So let's try to think of our home. Try to think of where it all began, where you came from. This is African. This is Africa. This is Africa. This is a home. I'm Mr. Global. Tell me in the comments, what do you think about the video? Do you feel like I'm making sense of convincing them to come back to Africa, or I'm just making noise here for myself? God bless you and peace be with you. Till next episode, I love you.